Hey, Kevin Belzer here with the Splash Program. And I just got back from an event today. It was for real estate agents. It was called Dominate Your Real Estate Career. It was hosted by Dominic Wendell. Absolutely blew me out of the water, all the information that I was able to get out of this. It ran from about 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Plus, it had a happy hour afterwards, which I don't drink, but I did have some great conversations. Got to, develop some relationships. Really cool, really fun time. There was four things that I wanted to cover that I got out of it. Now I actually got like 7 pages of stuff, so I'm not going to give you a 7-part podcast on that, but I want to go over four things that I got out of it, and I'm going to relate it to the real estate world. However, this can go down to any profession, honestly, because if you're any profession that's self-employed, small business owner, or real estate agent, mortgage lender, whatever, these tips will apply to everybody. So understand that my examples, as usual, will be from the real estate world. However, take it and apply it to whatever your field is. All right, good plan? Perfect. So first thing they talked about is work. In the changing economy, you're going to be forced to work again, because guess what? The last couple of years, we didn't have to. The last few years, honestly, there was deals that I did that they were pretty easy. They were like so stupid simple. I had homes that had no right to sell where they're at. You just got to be honest about it. And I know in a lot of professions, we got layup deals, layup contract jobs, roof jobs, everything. It seemed like people were drunk with money. So there's a lot of stuff that we didn't really earn. So guess what? The next few years, we're going to have to work. There's no way around it. We are going to have to work and work hard. So be prepared. All the signs are pointing to the possibility of a recession. And I think it's pretty safe to say, just based on what's happening with the tech companies that are all cutting jobs, that the inflation's where it's at, out of control, interest rates, all that stuff. You got to understand that you want to make the kind of money that you've been making the last few years when it was freaking easy. Understand you're going to have to roll up your sleeves and you're going to have to work. Because if you want to maintain that, you may be going on a few more appointments. You may be meeting with a few more people. You may be working a few more hours. It's just the way it's going to be. Okay. Second point, consistency. So this was a huge theme today, is consistency. Everything you do needs to be that systematized, consistent. What do I mean by that? So let's say that you are, like in my job, real estate world, you're meeting with a listing appointment and you need to present to them your marketing plan, how you're going to sell your home. You need to have the same plan each time, each appointment. Okay, because there's no way that you can tell if that plan is right or wrong, or how to figure out your signing percentages or anything if you're not consistent on your presentation. So this is something all of you need to get dialed in. I'm going to put a link down below where you can go to figure out a system for yourself, and it's in the Menace system. Okay. So I'm not going to go into deep pitch on that right now. That's not the point of this video, but I just want to bring that up, that there will be a link that you can go to get further information on developing a system. So you have something that you can consistently be following. All right. So you got to be consistent, got to have a system in place. So to give you another example, I just met with a client the other day, and they were telling me that we're thinking of hiring our sister-in-law who's getting ready to get her license on this. I'm like, okay, no problem. Do you mind if I show you what I would do if you would allow me to list the home? She's like, well, yeah, I guess there's no harm in that. So I lay out my 6-phase process for my splash program. We go over all that. We go over every little detail that's covered in there. Here's everything I do. Here's testimonials of past clients. Give her that. I go, also, where you're located, I just sold a home a few months ago around the corner. They were in a similar situation to you because when you reached out to me, you were not happy with your prior agent. The prior agent didn't communicate right, sloppy photos, eh, pricing was wrong, marketing was wrong. You just weren't happy with it. Okay, well, let me show you the case study I have of the client right around the corner from you that she had similar situation. Now, what she was dealing with, she hired an agent for 2 weeks. They had no showings. When I got to the home after she'd fired the other agent, when I got to the home, took a look at it, I told her, I go, I didn't know you had two RV gates because the photos were that bad. I didn't know that you could fit RVs behind the fence line on both sides. I didn't realize that you were a corner lot because none of this was displayed in the prior listing. So what I did is I repositioned it. I did drone photos, did my marketing, my videos, all that fun stuff. We had multiple showings on that home, multiple offers in less than a week, and we sold it. This is a home that was right around the corner from this person I was meeting with. So I left her that material. I said, also, you've never you've never sold a home before, right? She goes, no, this is the first time I've ever owned. I go, okay, so there's probably a lot of things in here that you're just not familiar with in the selling process. She's like, yeah. And I go, oh, well, I wrote a book on how to sell homes. She's like, you did? I would definitely read that. And I go, okay, well, I'm going to leave it for you. Well, how much is it? Oh, no, it's free. I will just leave you my book, and this will better educate you on the selling process. And she's like, wow, that's so cool. So, sorry, dog interrupting me. So, once I'd gone through all this, gone through my system, you know what she said? She goes, you know what? If I do go with an agent, I'm not going to hire my sister in law who's just getting her license. I'm going to hire you. Phone rang the next day and she was ready to list it. We're on the market right now. We've already had 4 showings in a day, which, by the way, that's more showing than the last agent had in right around 75 days. So if you got a system and a marketing plan, they're going to go with you. However, if you do not have a system when you go in to meet with that potential client, they don't know that you do this. Okay, you need to have something in writing. You need to have the case study. You need to have this pitch deck going, hey, here's all the phases of the process. Here's everything I'll do to help you sell your home. And if you've got another material, like say a book, I've got 5 real estate books. The 6th one will be out in January. You got a book that you can leave that client. You're just going to put yourself up that much higher. You want to set yourself apart from the competition out there. Because remember, if you want to make more money than the other agents, you're going to have to set yourself apart. Again, any field you're in, you're a lender, you need to have a system. You're in the trade, say you're a roofer, you better have a system, because the roofers that I run around with in the valley that I send all my deals to, guess what? They have a pitch deck, they have a system, they have case studies, they have videos, they have a whole package that will blow the client away and make you look like a fool. Nobody wants to be made a fool, right? Next thing, schedules. You need to be running a schedule, meaning that every day you have a time that you make prospecting calls. Again, whatever trade you're in, I'm in real estate, so I got to be making prospecting calls. You got to have a schedule that, hey, this is when I work on my marketing. This is when I make my follow up calls. These are the times a day that I set for appointments. This is when I meet with clients. Everything. You really got to itemize your day out of everything you do and live by it. Because if you want to be successful in a market that's changing right now, in any business that you're in, you better be running a schedule. Like I said before, you better be consistent with systems, and you better be prepared to work. Let's let the dog out again. As you can see, he's quite the ornery one. This is what I get for recording these at like 8, 9 o'clock at night when all he wants is a belly rub. Last thing is marketing. The first thing that most people cut off in a declining market is marketing. That's the first thing they let go of because they're cutting costs. It's actually the last thing that you should be cutting off. You realize when the market was hot, you're getting all these leads through your marketing, it was doing its job. Why would it not be doing its job in a turning market? It's the stupidest thing in the world to think that, hey, times are bad. Let's cut the X amount of thousands I spent on marketing. Okay, well, where are your clients coming from now? Genius, huh? Do not stop the marketing, period. I don't know other way to put it. You need the marketing. In fact, I would argue not only should you not cut it, you should do like what I'm doing right now, and you should be double, triple, quadrupling down on it. Because again, if you want to get the quality clientele that you need, the amount of clients that you're going to need, because there could potentially be less clients out there for you to be working with, because hey, not everybody's going to qualify in under the guidelines under of a shifting market. You're going to need even more marketing. So I'm going to say cut marketing. Hell no, I'm not cutting marketing. In fact, I'm going to double, triple, quadruple down on it. All right? In or out, dog? One of the more entertaining videos, I can tell you that. Okay, so on the marketing, you got to figure out what lead sources are working. So this is your time though to analyze it, because what I noticed with my business is that I did have marketing dollars going to dead marketing sources. So those are the ones that you can cut out, but do not cut those out and not apply that money somewhere else. It needs to be reallocated. Okay, so it's okay to cut as long as it's being reallocated, because you should be tracking the marketing and figuring out what lead sources are coming from where, what ones are profitable, what ones aren't. Are the ones that aren't, is it because you just haven't had it long enough? Because some can take up to 90, 120, 180 days. Is it a slow burn one like, say, radio can be or TV can be? Is it something like that? Or is it like one of them I had, it had been a year and generate anything. So I cut that one and I put that money and actually more money into a different source. And that one in less than 24 hours has like 20 some leads out of it already. So look at the marketing, analyze the marketing. That's perfectly fine. But do not cut the marketing. The marketing needs to go somewhere. If you get rid of it entirely, you're going to be in worse shape than you were before. This is not the time to stop marketing. This is the time to buckle down and understand you're going to have to work. You're going to have to be consistent and have systems. You're going to have to run a schedule and be married to that schedule and up your marketing, not decrease your marketing. That's the episode for today. Hopefully that was helpful for all of you. As always, like, share, comment, reach out to me if you got any questions. I'm always around. I don't duck anybody. I'm in my DMs all day long talking to potential clients or just people that just have curiosity questions from across America. Totally cool with me. Until next time, go out and be the kick-ass adult I know that you all can be.